Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to today's webinar where we're going to talk about how to create a successful group nutrition program. So I'm super excited about this topic today. We have a ton of you guys signed up. This is our biggest webinar ever in the history of That Clean Life webinars. So welcome everybody. Super, super excited to have you here today. So for those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Abigail. I'm the co-founder of That Clean Life. I'm going to be flying solo today, actually. Ashley is dealing with some personal matters, and I promised her that together with you guys, of course, that we're really gonna rock this webinar today. So send Ashley some virtual hugs and love, and let's get started with this class today. So I'm actually gonna stop my camera because I wave my hands around a lot and I'm really distracting. So I'm gonna turn my camera off now and we're gonna focus on the content. So as you guys know, today's class is all about running a successful group nutrition program. And we know for a fact that many of you guys are looking to getting into running group programs, and some of you are kind of just looking to take your own current group nutrition programs to the next level. So we've put together an incredible class today that's going to help you do exactly that. So now I love doing these webinars and I get so much energy from them, but what gives me even more energy is when I can tell you guys are picking up what we're putting down. So I want you to go ahead and open up the chat box and let me know where in the world you are tuning in from today. So I'm just opening up the chat box now. Oh, cool. Okay. We have representation all over. I see Toronto, Minnesota, Kawartha Lakes, Atlanta, California. Oh my gosh, guys, we have a lot of people here today. Santa Cruz, welcome California, Ottawa. So I see a lot of representation from the US and Canada. Do we have anybody in Australia? I know we have a lot of Australian users. So, oh, Grand Cayman, that's cool. That's nice and warm. Kevin from Baltimore, New Zealand. Cool. We've got New Zealand in the house. Amazing. So we've got UK in the house too. Panama, Texas. Okay. So we're good, guys. We've got this whole globe covered, which is really super awesome. So thank you for being here today. I hope you guys are excited. Are you guys excited to get into things here? Because if you can't tell, I'm super excited about today's class. So, like I said, we have a lot to cover today. If you have been to like one of our webinars in the past, then you know that I tend to get really excited and talk kind of fast. So please do yourselves a favor and close out any distractions like Facebook or Instagram. I want you to take your phone and I want you to turn it upside down so you can't see it. And I want you to really tune in for this next hour because what we're about to share with you will be a serious game changer for your wellness business. So today, guys, we are going to be sharing things that would take you years to learn on your own. Trust me when I say that this next hour is going to be so worth your time. That is my promise to you. No matter where you are at in your business, you are going to walk away from our class today feeling super inspired and ready to take immediate action on getting your next group program set up. So I see some notes here about the screen. So I'm just gonna rejig my screen here. So hopefully you guys can see it okay. Just give me 1 second here. Okay, let me know, guys, in the chat. Are you seeing the slide that says we have a lot to cover today? Okay, yes, it looks like we're good now. Sorry about that, guys. So like I said, today we're going to be sharing things that would take you years to learn on your own. We're going to make this really worth your time. You're going to leave here feeling inspired and ready to set up your next group program. So that's the game plan. And if you guys are ready and excited to continue, please type "let's go" into the chat box so we know that you guys are ready to rock. Cool. Looks like we're all good. Okay, and looks like we're still having some issues with the screen share. One second here again. Sorry about this, guys, some technical difficulties. Okay, looks like it's fine on most of your ends. So I'm seeing here from Connie, it seems to be fine on my end. If you guys can see my screen, it says, "Are you ready to rock?" Then you should be good. So let's continue, guys. So in today's webinar, we are going to be covering our 6-step framework that you can use to create your very own successful group nutrition program. So this is a framework that we've used personally to run group programs, and it's attracted hundreds of people. So let me tell you, we share this knowledge in the utmost confidence. So here's exactly what we're going to cover today. So we're going to teach you how to get clear and outline the details of your group nutrition program. We're going to talk about the importance of building your email list now and how to do that. We're going to talk about how to create really awesome content for your group program, how to market your group program and get people to pay to sign up. We're going to talk about how to actually run your group program and support your participants, and how to get feedback, craft your upsell offer, and repeat the process. And then with whatever time we have left, if we have time left, we're going to wrap things up with a Q&A where I will answer any questions you guys might have. So if you have any questions as I'm going along here, please type those into the Q&A box so I can easily find them. I see the chat is lighting up and it's super busy, which is great. But if you want me to answer any specific questions, type those into the Q&A box and I will answer those at the end. So basically, guys, today we'll be walking you through every single step. We'll be sharing how you can start from scratch and build a group program that will transform lives and bring a whole new revenue stream to your practice. And of course, if you stay until the end, we are going to have a super special bonus offer. We have put together an absolutely incredible package that will help you implement everything we teach you today with weekly support from both Ashley and myself so that you can actually get your program up and running. So be sure to stick around until the end to hear more about that. So does all of this sound good to you guys? If so, let's get right into this. Let's get this party started and dive right into our 6-step process for running a successful group program. And I see somebody asking, will there be a transcript? There will be a recording of this webinar sent out after the live event. So you will get a replay. All right, so guys, before we dive headfirst into creating your group nutrition program, I want you to take a step back. I want you to take a big, deep breath, and I want to first do some planning with you. So taking some time to plan before you launch right into your group program is really like laying the foundation. So it will give you some time and space to make some really important decisions so that you know which direction you're going. So this first step where you're outlining the details of your program should only take you, say, an hour or so. All you need is a blank Word template or maybe even a paper and pen if that's your jam. And then you're going to answer the following 5 questions. So let's get into those. Question number 1 is, who is your ideal participant and what problem will this program solve for them? So first you need to get clear on who this program is for and how it is going to help them. So getting clear on this upfront is going to make your life so much easier when it comes to naming the program and marketing it. So first, think about your ideal participant. I want you to ask yourself, who is the person you would love to have sign up for this program? I want to hear about your ideal participant. So if you know the type of person you want to attract into your group nutrition program already, let me know in the chat box. Now think about this ideal participant and the problems they have. This might require a bit of market research or drawing from your personal experiences. I want you to think of like, what kind of problems do they have that you could solve through your group nutrition program? For example, let's say your ideal clients are young women recently diagnosed with Hashimoto's disease. So perhaps you want to create a program that helps them to heal and cope with this diagnosis through proper nutrition. Or perhaps your ideal clients are busy working moms who are struggling with weight gain and depression. In this case, maybe you want to create something like a sugar detox group program that will show them how to achieve balance with easy, delicious meals. So I see a lot of stuff going in the chat box now. This is awesome. A lot of you guys have some clarity on who your group programs are. I see people that are battling autoimmune disease from Katrina. Sarah saying women with 20 plus pounds to lose. Heather saying people with chronic autoimmune illnesses. This is really awesome because figuring out who your program is for and how it is going to help transform their lives is really half the battle. So prepare, if you're not clear on this, don't worry about it. Prepare to spend a bit of time on it and really figure this one out. Okay, now let's move on to question number 2, the fun part, naming your program. What are you going to call your program? Because you have already decided who this program is for and the problem it solves for them, you can much more easily craft a catchy name for it. So note that I say catchy name because I want you to give your program a name that will really resonate with your ideal client. So let's go back to the example where you help young women who have recently been diagnosed with Hashimoto's disease. Maybe you want to call it something like the Ultimate 4-Week Hashimoto's Nutrition Program or the 30-Day Reset Autoimmune Nutrition Plan. Play around with words and titles that you think will resonate with your community. But overall, the title should clearly answer who this program is for and the problem it solves. That should be in the title. So do any of you guys already have, like since a lot of you guys already have your ideal client, do any of you guys already have the title of your group program? If so, again, I'd love for you guys to share it in the chat box because I think throwing around names is really inspirational. So personally, from my experience, I found terms like reset or fresh start or back on track, or even the word transformation. Those are words that really resonate with people. But again, I'd love to hear what you call your program too. So don't be shy. Put that into the chat box for me. Okay, cool. I see TLC for caregivers. That's awesome, Jill. Chronic Wellness Nutrition Program, Inside Out Health, Lean and Sexy Fit Camp. I like that, Ron. Awesome. So you guys are well on your way. So you have questions number 1 and 2 down. So on to question number 3, which is length. How long will your program run for? So the length of your program it's a personal decision and it will depend on the problem you are trying to solve. So for example, if you are running, say, a program focused on weight loss, you might want to make the program longer, like 4 or more weeks, so that you have time to achieve the transformation that you're promising. If you're running something like a meal prep program that teaches people the concept of weekly meal prep, you might be able to create that habit within, say, like 3 weeks. Now, the 4th question I want you guys to answer is, what do people get for participating? So you've already decided on who your program is for, the problem it solves, the name of the program, and the length of it. So now you need to decide on what is included with your group program. So what will participants get for signing up? Will they get weekly meal plans with recipes and a grocery list? Will they get access to a private Facebook group for support and accountability? Are you going to have weekly coaching calls or classes? Will they get an incredible transformation of their mind, body, or soul? Will you include any other special perks or resources with your group program? By taking some time to really outline what the participants receive up front, you will not only know exactly what you have to create, but you will also be able to market your program with confidence as you'll be, really clear and you'll be able to communicate the value of your group program. And last but certainly not least, guys, I want you guys to decide on how much it is going to cost people to participate. So how many of you guys cringe when I ask about pricing your services and programs? The price of your program is going to depend on the length of it and also what the client receives when they sign up. So it's a really good thing we already got clear on those things when you answered questions number 3 and number 4, right? So I know that pricing can be tricky for some people. If pricing is tricky for you, type yes into the chat box, because I know I'm going to see hundreds of yeses because it's such a tricky issue. Okay, I see it. So guys, please, please, please do not let pricing block you from moving forward with the information I'm giving you. I've seen nutrition professionals charge anywhere from $30 per week for a group nutrition program, all the way to over $100 per week. So there's really no right or wrong answer here. I just want you to choose a price that you feel is a fair investment for the results and resources and support you're offering and the amount of work you're putting into this. Putting a price on your programs is the last thing I'm going to say about pricing. It's just a big part of being a businesswoman or a businessman. I can't tell you what to charge for your program. I wish I could. I wish I had the magical answer, but really only you can decide that. So I want you to put your critical thinking hat on with this question. I want you to crunch some numbers, do some market research, and make a decision on what you will charge to participate in your group program. I want you to be really confident with your pricing and just know that you guys have totally got this. So now that we have taken some time to get clear on all the nitty-gritty details of your group program, it's time to move on to step number 2, which is building your email list. And you might be thinking, what does building my email list have to do with running a group program? Well, you're going to need to have people to market your program to, right? So an email list is the easiest and most effective way to get in touch with your ideal clients. So before you move on to any other step in this process, you really need a solid plan to start building up your email list, AKA your list of potential paying clients. So first, I'm curious to know how many of you already have an email list started or are working on building an email list. Let me know where you're at with your own email list in the chat box. And before I tell you how to grow your email list, I want to remind you why this should be a top priority in your business right now, not just for group programs, but for all the time, every season. The first reason is that an email list allows you to curate a database of people who are specifically interested in what you are selling. And the second reason is because having an email list lets you reach people directly. So when you have someone's email address, you can always contact them personally. So unlike social media marketing, the success of your email marketing doesn't depend on an algorithm that you have absolutely no control over, like Facebook or Instagram. So when you post on Facebook or Instagram, as little as 2% of your social media followers might be seeing your posts. But when you send an email, that goes directly into that person's inbox. And if that person knows, likes, and trusts you, they will always open an email from you. So building an email list means having a list of potential customers at your fingertips, ready to be contacted by you and ready to hear about your next big thing. And having an email list will be really key when it comes to launching and marketing your group program. You won't have to go out and find people who you're looking for because you've already created a whole list of them, right? So hopefully now you can see why this should be a huge priority, why building your email list should be a huge priority for every single one of you. But I know you're probably sitting there on the other side of the screen asking, okay, Abigail, but how do you go about building an email list full of the right people? Well, the answer is to create a really super awesome lead magnet. So let's define lead magnet real quick here. So a lead magnet is a person who may become a paying client, and then a magnet is something that attracts things. So put together, a lead magnet is something you will offer for free that will attract all of those interested potential clients to join your email list. So for nutrition professionals like you guys, often the most valuable and effective lead magnets can be a recipe book or a meal plan. So offering to send people a free gift like this when they sign up for your mailing list really makes it a no-brainer. And when creating a lead magnet, you're going to want to keep your group program in mind, right? You'll want to create a lead magnet that relates to your group program so that you're attracting the right people. So I created a list here that shows you what your lead magnet needs to do. So it needs to solve a problem that your ideal client has. And again, guys, this problem should be related to the problem that your group program solves. Your lead magnet delivers a quick win. So you guys know that there's no such thing as a quick fix in nutrition, but your lead magnet should still help people feel like they've learned or achieved something. It needs to be specific to your niche market, because guys, an email list of 5,000 people is not helpful at all if only 5% of them are actually people who have the problem that you're trying to solve. Your lead magnet needs to be quick to consume and digest. So maybe no more than 5 to 8 recipes and no more than 3 to 5 days in your meal plan, because anything more than that can be overwhelming. Your lead magnet needs to be insanely valuable. So you want the people who download it to say, wow, like if this is what they're giving away for free, what's it like to be a paying client? Your lead magnet also needs to be instantly accessible. So as soon as they input their email address, they should receive it. And then finally, guys, your lead magnet should show off that you are the expert in your niche. So you are the person to help them with solving their problem. And the best way to do this is to include a personal note along with the delivery of your lead magnet, introducing yourself and talking about why you specialize in your specific niche. So we can help you create a lead magnet just like this with just a few clicks. And I'm going to show you how in a few minutes here. But first, I want to give you an example to kind of get your creative lead magnet juices flowing. So again, let's say that your ultimate goal is to sell out a 30-day Hashimoto's healing program. Then you will need to build an email list full of young women who have recently been diagnosed with Hashimoto's, right? So you could do this by creating and offering a 3-day Hashimoto's friendly meal plan or a Hashimoto's cookbook. So with a lead magnet like this, you can almost guarantee that every single person who downloads the resource and joins your email list is a potential client for your full Hashimoto's focus group program, which is pretty awesome, right? So you guys, you want to have your lead magnet up and running ASAP so that you can start growing your email list even before you need to start to sell your group program. This step is really setting yourself up for success. It's not, I'm not going to say it's essential, but guys, it's going to make your life a lot easier. It's like I said, it's going to set you up for success, which is why we've made this step number 2, because once you've decided what your group program is, you can start cultivating a list of the perfect people who will benefit from it and who will be willing to pay for your group program. And once you have your lead magnet up and running, it will be working for you in the background, generating leads while you move on to step number 3 and actually build out your group program. Okay, so step number 3, now that you guys have outlined all the details, you're really clear on things, and you've created an amazing lead magnet that's starting to build your email list, it's time to actually build out the content of your group nutrition program. And building the content is usually the scariest, most labor-intensive part of running a group program. I mean, creating the materials like meal plans and recipes and grocery lists could take hours and cost a lot of money if you have to do it on your own or hire professionals like photographers and graphic designers. So today I'm going to show you how you can skip over all of that frustration and save yourself a ton of time and money while still creating a really epic group program using that Clean Life for Business. So give me 1 second here. I'm just going to stop my screen share. I'm going to take you into that Clean Life. I'm going to start it back up again so I can show you. Okay, so guys, you should see the inside of that Clean Life now. If you can, just let me know in the chat. Type yes into the chat if you can see that Clean Life, because I know we're having some technical issues with screen sharing. So it looks like we're all good. Okay, so we're inside of that Clean Life now, and I really want to quickly show you how you would go about creating a lead magnet and setting up your group program in that Clean Life. So I'm going to say that my niche market is busy moms who struggle with really low energy and sugar addiction. So I'm going to base my whole example on this niche market. So I'm going to show you how to create a lead magnet, and I'm also going to show you how to create a 21-day sugar detox program. So let's say for my lead magnet, I want to create a recipe book of sugar-free snack ideas. I mean, like, so many people struggle with snack ideas, even I do. So let's say we want to create a recipe book as a lead magnet. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to filter the recipes. I'm going to say I want to look for sugar-free recipes that are snacks. And then I'm going to filter recipes. When I filter it, I'll be only shown sugar-free snack ideas, and I can start adding them to a meal plan. So I can scroll through here, pick those snacks that I want to add, and throw them onto a plan. So I did this in advance here, guys. I started a plan called the Ultimate Sugar-Free Energy Balancing Snack Guides for Busy Moms. So I threw a bunch of those sugar-free snack ideas onto a meal plan. I think I chose 9. I put them on the meal plan, no particular order. And then I'm gonna export this as a recipe book. So I don't want the meal plan, I don't want the list, I just want the notes. Up to you whether you wanna include nutrition information. You can choose a cover page. So I am going to put the frozen yogurt covered blueberries on the front page cover. And then also here you have an area where you can include a note with your recipe book. So this is really great because people who are downloading your lead magnet might not know you yet. So you can say something like, "Hi, busy mom," and introduce yourself and introduce your upcoming group program and all that stuff. When you're finished, you just click Start Export, and we're gonna bundle in everything together into a book for you. So let's open up that book so you guys can see what that looks like. So this is a recipe book I've imported. The photo is on the front page cover that I chose. Those are the frozen covered blueberries. My logo, which comes from my account settings, I've uploaded it there. The name of the plan, the Ultimate Sugar-Free Energy Balancing Snack Guide for Busy Moms. My name, my website, and then the next page is gonna have my notes or special instructions for my lead magnet. So this is gonna appear on the second page. So just to give you guys an idea, I wrote, "Hey, busy mom, when it comes to having all day energy, I totally know that the struggle can be real. Mid-afternoon rolls around and all you want is a pick-me-up cookie from Starbucks. Then you eat it and crash even further. Am I right? But balancing your blood sugar with healthy snacks is the key to keeping your energy stable so that you can deal with all the craziness that being a busy mom entails. That's why I've created this guide, yada, yada, yada. My name is Abigail. I help busy moms just like you. If you love the recipes in this guide, then be sure to check out my upcoming 21-day sugar detox program here with a link." That is it. That is the brief, the page after your cover page that explains everything they need to know. Every single page is gonna have your logo. I'll zoom in. Next page is gonna have all the recipes, the sugar-free snack ideas that you wanna give to the client. So that's how easy, guys, it is to create a lead magnet. You could literally hop off this webinar at the end of our class today and get this up and running so that by the time you launch your group program, then you have a list of people who are wanting to hear from you. Does that make sense, guys? So that's a lead magnet. Now, let's talk about creating your group program. So I've done this in advance. I've created a 7-day plan called the 21-day sugar detox, and I've created week one. So I didn't want to bore you by creating 3 weeks worth of meal plans, but essentially I've created week 1 of this sugar-free detox, and I've created a meal plan with breakfast, snacks, lunches, and dinners all laid out for my group participants. All of the calories are added up for you, and we always automatically create your grocery list. You can click on list, and all of that will be itemized and added up as well. So switching back to the plan, let's say I'm finished creating week 1. To do this, I just went to the recipe gallery and I searched sugar-free breakfast, I searched sugar-free lunches and dinners, and I just threw them onto a meal plan. Now I'm ready to export it as a PDF for my week 1 participants. I'll just click export. This time I'm gonna include the meal plan. I wanna send them the grocery list too, the notes, and totally up to you whether you wanna include nutrition information or not. You can choose a cover page for your meal plan, just like you did with your recipe book. And again, you can write them a note. So you might wanna include instructions about week 1. Then all you need to do is click Start Export, and we're gonna bundle everything together for you in a PDF, scan front page cover with the photo, your logo, name of the program, your website, any notes or special instructions you want to include with the first week of your program. So I included notes about what they'll find in this guide. I've also included a link to join the private Facebook group for my group program so that they're perfectly clear on the next steps. I've also included a little note on how they can participate. So I said, I can't wait to see your shopping haul and meal prep in the Facebook group, pictures or it didn't happen, which really encourages people to participate and lets them know you want them to post pictures in the Facebook group. Next page is going to have all of the recipes on the meal plan. So a lot of clients like to print this and stick it on their fridge. Next page is going to have the itemized grocery list so that your participants can literally print this or bring it up on their phone at the store and get shopping right away. And then after that, we're just going to bundle in all of the recipes that your participants will need to follow this week's meal plan. So this is week 1. You can go back into the platform here, create a new meal plan for week 2. So you could call it the 21-day sugar detox week number 2. Click create, start a new plan, and repeat the process all over again. We have lots of sugar-free recipes. So whatever your niche market is, guys, you'll find recipes that you can build a group program with. You also have the ability to add your own recipes into your personal recipe box. So that's always an option too if you have your own favorite recipes. So I hope that gives you a solid understanding of how easy it is to create your lead magnet and your group program on That Clean Life. I know that for a lot of you that the most daunting part of running a group program is creating the materials. So hopefully, like I said, you can do this with just a few clicks. Hopefully this will make your life a lot easier. You can get your weekly meal plans with grocery lists and recipes created. You can get a lead magnet up and running that will attract your ideal client. And it's going to save you a ton of time and money from hiring professionals to help you with this. Okay, so I'm just going to get back into the other screen share. Okay, guys, I'm just going to ask you to confirm for me one more time that you can see my screen, okay? Just because I shut it off and turned it back on there, you should be able to see step number 3 there. Okay, thank you. You guys are awesome. Thanks for your patience with this. So now that we've covered step number 3, which is creating your group nutrition program, that is all done on That Clean Life. So that makes that step easy. Let's move on to step number 4, where it's time to market your group nutrition program. So when you market your group program right, you're going to knock this whole group program thing out of the park with more registrants than you ever could have imagined. But if you fail to create an effective marketing plan, like if you don't plan to do your marketing, your group program could very well fall flat. And we want to help you avoid that at all costs. So let's come up with a solid marketing strategy, shall we? So the fact is that marketing your program is really all about playing the long game, because even before your group program is born, you should be talking about your niche and writing about it and posting on social media about it constantly. And this will really pay off when you're opening your group program registration, because you'll already have an audience that knows, likes, and trusts you. And it's all about working to build that audience proactively. But when the time comes to actually promote your group program, there are some very specific steps you should take over a period of, I always like to give a few weeks to market my program, like 2 to 3 weeks, which really will give you the best results and get the maximum amount of signups possible. So do you guys want to know what those steps are? I'm assuming you do. And are you guys still with me? If so, just type heck yes into the chat if you're ready to learn about the launch checklist and marketing plan that will really work for every single one of you here. Amazing. Okay, awesome. We're good. So let's talk about just a few of the ways you can effectively market your group program. So first, how many of you guys have a blog? Let me know in the chat if you guys are bloggers at all. If so, I want you to be writing blog posts that relate and directly promote your program. And I want these blog posts to have a solid call to action. So for example, if you're running a 21-day sugar detox program for busy moms, perhaps you want to write a blog post called "Signs Your Blood Sugar is Out of Whack and Easy Ways to Fix It." At the end of this post, you'll want to include a description of your upcoming group program, explain why people should join, and of course, you're going to want to include a link for them to sign up. This is your call to action, and all of your marketing efforts must have a call to action. And guys, once you've written a blog post, you need to promote it. So people won't just find your blog on their own. They won't just stumble upon it. There is like gazillions of blogs out there. So after you've written your blog post, I want you to share it across all your social media channels multiple times. I want you to share it with your email list and really promote the heck out of that blog. Otherwise, nobody is going to see it and it's a complete waste of time. I also want you to announce your program on social media and then keep announcing it. I want you to talk about your group program across all of the platforms you have available multiple times, because remember that only 2% of the people who follow you will see any of your given posts. So you really need to post about it more than once. I want you to write posts. I want you to do Instagram stories or Facebook Lives and talk about your program constantly while the enrollment is open. And do not worry about being annoying. I know that's a question I get asked a lot, because soon you'll be going back to providing free value and free content. But right now, you're going to be in selling mode. So really get your head wrapped around that you are in selling mode right now, and get your mind into that selling headspace. Next, I want you to send out a series of emails to your email list, because you've been building that, right? So your email list is the #1 place you should be promoting your program, since every person on your list is a potential client. So don't just send one email. I want you to send a few. I want you to send one to introduce the program, one to remind them about the group program and maybe answer any FAQs you've been getting. Then I want you to send one to give them a last chance or a final call to sign up, because people need multiple reminders and they need to hear about your program several times before they're going to take the leap, take out their credit card and pay for it. Another idea to market your program is you could also give a free talk in person. So I want you to reach out to local businesses where your ideal clients like to hang out and offer to give a free talk. So make the topic something relevant to your program, like 7 tips for kicking the sugar addiction for all-day energy. And I want you to plan to run this free talk for like maybe 2 weeks before your program starts. And then at the end of your free talk, you can include a pitch. So let attendees know that you'll be running a group program that will change their lives, and let them know how they can sign up. That's your call to action. Next, you can host, I kind of mentioned this already, but you can host a webinar, Facebook Live, or an Instagram Live all about your program, or maybe even a topic related to your program. So spend some time going through the program, tell people what it includes, what benefits they'll get for joining, answer any questions along the way, because the fact is, I know a lot of you guys don't like doing video. It can be really scary, but with video, you end up reaching a lot more people than just a plain post, because a lot of social media platforms prioritize video. And then guys, the whole time you're marketing your program, I want you to keep promoting your lead magnet and growing your list, because since you'll be marketing to your email list by sending emails, you're going to want to keep up the effort to get as many people onto that list as possible. And just kind of a side note here, before you launch your group program, you might want to spend some time creating a marketing calendar and plan, 2 or 3 weeks worth of marketing efforts. You might want to schedule out when you are going to release blogs, when you're going to send your newsletters, the days you're going to give free talks if you want to do that. The other thing I want to note is you do not need to do all of these marketing tactics listed here. But I will say that the more touch points you can create, the more people will learn about your program, which obviously increases the likelihood of them signing up, right? And again, do not worry about being annoying. If you are doing things right in your business, 90% of the year, you'll probably be providing your community with so much free value. So during these 2 or 3 weeks of your marketing and promotions, I want you to really switch gears into selling mode. Do not doubt yourself while you're in selling mode for a single second, okay, guys? And now, so that's step number 5 for the really fun part, and that's running your program. This is when you put on your leadership hat and you lead your participants through your program day by day and possibly week by week. Your main goals while running the program should be to keep your participants engaged, to provide them with a ton of value, and really ensure that they get the results that you have promised. You should be very switched on while your group program is running and be very attentive to people's needs and their questions. You may want to plan out, just like I encourage you to plan out your marketing plan in advance, you might want to plan out in advance how you're going to keep people engaged on a day-to-day basis, whether that's in person, via email, or through your private Facebook group. So remember, these people participating in your group program may continue to work with you for a really long time to come. They're the people who have believed your promises and really taken a risk on your services and given you their hard-earned money, trusting that you can help them feel better and live a healthier life. So now is not the time to, kind of phone it in. I want you to educate them. I want you to help them and transform their lives, because it might seem like the wellness industry is completely saturated, but I've said this once and I'll say it again. When you take the time to go the extra mile, it's never crowded. So guys, go the extra mile when you're running your group program. Go the extra mile throughout your entire group program and really pull out all the stops to make this an amazing experience for your participants, okay? And guys, we're on the final step number 6. And this is when your program comes to an end and it's time to get feedback, it's time to upsell, and then it's going to be time to repeat. So as you wrap up your program, you will have 3 big priorities. Number 1 is to collect feedback and testimonials. So you can collect feedback anonymously by sending out surveys to all participants. So you can use like SurveyMonkey. We like to use Typeform for collecting feedback. But you're going to want to ask open-ended questions like, what did people love about your group program? Or what did they feel was missing? You should also have a look at the participants and collect testimonials. So take a look at the individuals who were most engaged and had great results from participating. And then ask them to share their stories with you and get their permission to use that in future marketing. Because like a story is the most powerful sales and marketing tool. And when you go to run your group program again, you'll have success stories. So that's really important to do at the end of your group program. Number 2 is to tell participants how they can continue working with you and pitch your upsell offer. So at the end of your group program, participants will hopefully be highly motivated. They're going to want to continue this journey. So you need to be sure to tell them exactly what they can do to get more. So just like I wanted you to have a call to action with all of your marketing efforts, I also want you to have a call to action at the end of your group program. I want you to tell people exactly how they can continue working with you and maybe even give them like a special offer. So for example, if you have a high-end, say one-on-one nutrition program, maybe you offer a limited time bonus to everyone who participated in your group program. So a great upsell could be something like, for the next 48 hours, I'm offering 20% off my 6-month Hashimoto's Deep Healing program, exclusively to those who participated in this 30-day program. Does that make sense, guys? Having an offer at the end and telling people how they can continue working with you is really, really important. So I want to drive that home. And finally, step number 3 is to make your program better and prepare to run it again. So the first time, I'll be honest, the first time you run your group program will be a big learning experience. So take the feedback you get from your participants really seriously. Get ready to make some changes to your group program for the next round, and then use that to make the program better and get ready to run it all over again with a new group of eager clients. So you don't need to go back and start from scratch and create a completely new program. Just work with what you've already created and make it even better, okay? Okay, so there you have it, our super simple 6-step process to creating a successful group program. So how are you guys feeling about this process? Let me know in the chat. Was this helpful? I hope this framework outlined the exact steps you need to take. So we hope you're now feeling a lot more confident to get started on your group program. So before we turn it over to you and get to your questions, I want to share a kind of like a really inspiring story that will prove to you that you can totally do this. And I want to tell you about Ashley's first group program and exactly how she made it a complete success. So Ashley designed a 6-week reset program using that Clean Life for Business. She ran it from November to December, and she wanted to see what the response was like so that she could get kind of, proof of concept, because she wanted to run something similar in January. The cost was $180 to join her group program, and the participants received weekly meal plans, weekly grocery lists, weekly prep guides, and then also access to a private Facebook community for support and accountability. To market the program, Ashley sent out 3 emails to her clinic's email list. The first one introduced the program and pushed people to sign up. The second email was a last chance email sent out a couple days before the program started. And then the third email was sent to the people who opened the last chance email but didn't end up signing up. So her marketing was really super simple. It was not complicated. It was just a series of emails. And she pretty much just wrote every email the day she sent it. So she fully admitted she was just kind of flying by the seat of her pants. Every week, she would export the meal plan, the grocery list, and the prep guide from that Clean Life. And then she would send a group email to everybody who had signed up. So no advanced tech skills, no crazy other platforms needed. She really just believed that getting it done was the key. So here were the results of her first group program. Ashley ended up having 36 paying clients register who paid $180 each to participate. So this group program brought in an additional $6,480 for that 6-week period. And this was on top of the money she was making still seeing her one-on-one clients. Then when January 2017 rolled around, she was able to repeat the same process, bigger and better and improved with even more signups. So she wanted me to remind you guys that she did this without a launch strategy. She did this without anyone holding her hand and without the framework that we've shown you today. And I quote, she said, "I didn't have a clue what I was doing." So she wanted you to just imagine what your results could be if you applied everything you learned here today. It could be pretty crazy. Okay, so hopefully you guys found that inspiring, and I want to ask you a question after all of that. I want you guys to honestly tell me how many of you guys are feeling kind of overwhelmed right now. Let me know in the chat box. I know we have covered a lot today, and just the thought of creating a group nutrition program can be overwhelming. And as I mentioned at the start of today's class, we put together a very special package for you today that is going to give you the support and the tools you need to not just think about a group program, because I know a lot of you guys have thought about it, but we want you to actually create it, and we want you to actually launch it and run it. So, we have created something with support from both myself and Ashley, a package that will help you do all of this. So would you guys be interested in hearing about the package? If so, please type yes into the chat box now, and I'll tell you about it. Otherwise, we'll just skip directly to the Q&A. Okay, we're getting lots of yeses. So I'm going to tell you about the package. The package we put together for you today is called the Group Program Planning Mastermind. And like I said, this is a training system and tool to help you implement everything we've just talked about. Because like I said, knowing all of this stuff and coming out today and learning about group programs, that's really cool. But if you don't actually leave today and implement what we've taught you, it's going to be no good to you. So our Group Program Planning Mastermind package will only be available to those of you who purchase our business yearly membership over the next 48 hours. It will also be available to all current That Clean Life for Business yearly members, and it will also be available to all monthly members who upgrade to our yearly membership in the next 48 hours. So basically, this is available to all business yearly members. So let's go over exactly what is in this package. So when you purchase our business yearly membership in the next 48 hours, the first thing you get is obviously unlimited access to the best tool to grow your business, which I showed you today, That Clean Life for Business. Your membership's going to include things like the ability to export materials for your clients, like recipes or meal plans or group programs, all custom branded with your logo on them. This is a really super valuable feature in itself, because I always say if you were to hire a graphic designer to do this type of work for you, they charge a hefty fee an hour, usually $80 an hour minimum. And it would take them at least 3 hours to do the design work for just one single weekly meal plan, let alone if you're doing a multi-week group program. Our business membership also gives you access to hundreds of healthy recipes with professional photography. We've spent years developing, testing, and photographing these recipes so you don't have to. And then we keep them all in one place and allow you to filter them so you don't have to spend time searching for those perfect recipes on Google or Pinterest. And guys, we add new recipes weekly. So we add about 6 to 9 new recipes for you every week, so you'll never run out of inspiration. And as a business member, you also have the ability to edit any of our recipes. So if there's ever an ingredient you want to swap out or add in, you can really easily do that. And like I said, if you were to hire a recipe developer, a photographer to develop this many recipes for you, it would legit cost you a small fortune. Being a business member also means you have access to over 50 done-for-you templates. So we offer you highly specialized done-for-you programs like the Elimination Diet or PCOS. And each of these programs comes with a meal plan, grocery list, recipes, and a prep guide. And you have the ability to customize them however you'd like. And next, if you've ever looked into nutrition analysis software, then you probably know how expensive it is. And that's why we built it right into that Clean Life. So when you input a recipe or when you modify one of ours, we're going to analyze the nutrition information for you instantly. And we're also going to take care of all of the daily nutrition totals on your meal plans so that you can keep things nice and balanced and never have to worry about consulting your trusty old dusty calculator. So this brings the total value of our That Clean Life for Business membership up to $7,200. Once you are a member of That Clean Life for Business, you will be able to do all of these things listed on the screen. And these are just some of the ways you can use That Clean Life to grow your business. The options are endless, but my point here is that we're here to help you with more than just running group programs. We're also here to help you give nutrition guidance and grow your business in the most efficient and fun way possible. We're here to help you create your lead magnets, help clients one-on-one, offer customized meal planning as a service, run workshops and cooking classes, and give free talks. So many things you can do with That Clean Life for Business. So then on top of your 1-year membership to the platform, when you purchase our business yearly membership in the next 48 hours, we're going to hook you up with a copy of our course, The Ultimate Guide to Growing Your Nutrition Business. This course has been very carefully and meticulously crafted by myself and Ashley based on years of work with you guys, our That Clean Life members, and your questions. So it contains 4 modules and 13 lessons that are designed to help you grow your wellness business using That Clean Life for Business. So in module 1 of this book, we'll talk about how you can use That Clean Life to attract your ideal clients. We're going to talk about lead magnet creation, writing newsletters, running free challenges, hosting workshops and classes, giving free talks, and how to partner with other wellness professionals and build out a professional network too. In module 2, we're going to show you how to use That Clean Life to ensure an incredible client experience, like offering custom meal planning as a service one-on-one, how to create meal planning guides, how to re-engage clients who have fallen off. How many of you guys have put up with that? This is so important, as creating an amazing client experience will really turn clients into raving fans who will tell their friends about you. And in turn, your business will grow a lot faster. Then in module 3, we're going to show you how to use That Clean Life to scale your business. And in module 4, we're going to help you decide your next steps through setting SMART goals. So this is literally all the lessons you need to start growing your business immediately, packed into one course. And the total value of this course is $200. And again, guys, we're going to give this to you for free when you sign up for our business yearly membership in the next 48 hours. But that's not all. This is the part I'm most excited about. So when you buy our business yearly membership in the next 48 hours, not only do you get access to That Clean Life for Business, the best tool to grow your business, and an incredible course to help you use the platform. On top of all that, we're also offering you a seat at our upcoming 3-week group program planning mastermind, where we're going to help you plan your next group nutrition program from start to finish. I'm really excited about this. So like I said, this is a 3-week mastermind where you can get support from both myself and Ashley, along with opinions from your colleagues, to plan your epic group program in time for the New Year's rush. So the first planning session kicks off on Wednesday, November 21st at 2 p.m. And here's what we're going to be covering on a week-by-week basis. So in week number 1, we're going to help you outline the details of your program and show you how to use that Clean Life to create all the materials. In week number 2, we're going to talk about creating a lead magnet, and we're also going to help you create a really effective marketing plan. And then in week number 3, we're going to help you develop a plan to run the program and keep participants engaged. We're also going to help you craft a really awesome upsell offer, like as I was talking about before, so that at the end of your group program, you can continue to help your participants. So our goal is that by the end of these 3 weeks, you will be feeling so confident, you will have a solid plan in place to run a successful group program, and we want to make 2019 your best year in business yet. I know a lot of you are going to ask, so yes, each session will be recorded and there will be replays emailed out if you're unable to attend live, but you must be registered in order to participate, and you must be a member of that Clean Life for Business yearly. So the total value of our 3-week business building bootcamp is $600, and we're giving it to you for free when you sign up for our business yearly membership in the next 48 hours. So here I've broken down everything you get when you sign up for our business yearly membership in the next 48 hours. And all combined, the total value of this package is $8,000. And if you hosted just one successful group program, let alone multiple successful group programs over the course of a year, you can probably see why people would invest $8,000 into a system like this, because I always say that Clean Life for Business should never cost you money. It should help you make more money. But here's the thing, guys. You can become a business member for only $600 USD for the year. So like I said, if you were to hire the professionals to do this for you, like a graphic designer, a photographer, a recipe developer, and a business coach, it could cost you way more than $8,000. But because you're learning how to do it yourself and we're giving you all the tools and resources to make it happen fast, you only pay $600 for the year to join. So we really want to make it a no-brainer for you to get started, because even if our business membership does only half of what I've claimed today, it will pay for itself with just one successful group program. And we're really determined to help you make that happen. So again, one more time here, guys, Group Program Planning Mastermind. This offer is available to those of you guys who sign up for our That Clean Life for Business yearly membership in the next 48 hours. So if you have been thinking about joining That Clean Life, trust me, now is the time. This is going to be epic. So here's what you need to do to get in on this. You just need to open up a new browser, type in thatcleanlife.com/pricing, select our business yearly membership, and get started. I know we have a lot of That Clean Life members in the house today. So if you guys are currently a yearly member of That Clean Life for Business, you are already on the list. And if you're currently a monthly member of That Clean Life for Business, then you can upgrade to yearly through your account settings to get on the list. And that's it. That's all you need to do. After you are signed up for Business Yearly, you will have instant access to That Clean Life, and you will be on the list to receive an email, which is going to go out on Saturday, November 17th, which will contain the ultimate guide to growing your nutrition business, along with the link to sign up for the 3-week group program planning mastermind. It's really that simple, and we're super excited about this. We're super pumped. We hope you are too. Now, guys, I want to turn it over to you with the time we have left here, which isn't much, but let's answer some questions. So as I mentioned before, any questions you guys have, type those into the Q&A box, and I'm going to answer those now. So Denise is asking, is there a transcript after the call? There will be a replay of this webinar emailed out to you. Okay, next question is from Lisa. So Lisa is asking, can you have I'm going to turn back on my video here so you guys can see me. Lisa's asking, can you have a lead magnet when you don't have a web page? Yes, you can. So there is something that comes to mind right away called MailChimp landing pages, which helps you create a lead magnet. People can opt in. You don't need a website or anything like that. So just Google MailChimp landing pages and that will help you set up a lead magnet. Okay, next question, guys. We have a lot, so I'm going to try to get through as many as we can here. Next question is, can the lead magnet be a webinar? So your lead magnet will be different from your webinar. Your lead magnet will be to collect leads, and a webinar is great for teaching information and maybe upselling your program. Okay, next question is from Jessica. How often per year would you run a free lead magnet? How long do you offer it? Totally up to you. You'll have to keep an eye on this. Personally, from my experience, we find lead magnets tend to die down in number of downloads within about 3 months, but there's always more ways you can promote it. So we have 3 lead magnets running here at That Clean Life. We kind of promote them on a rotating basis. And we also find different ways to promote them. So sometimes we promote them on Instagram. Right now we're running Facebook ads to them. Maybe that's how some of you guys found out about us today. There's different ways you can promote your lead magnet. So my best advice is to create 1 lead magnet and promote it till you've completely exhausted that, until you see that signups are dying down. And once you see signups on your lead magnet are dying down, you might want to create another one. And because most of you guys have That Clean Life for Business, it's really easy to create a new lead magnet if you find your current lead magnet is going stale. Okay. Next question is from Jessica. Best venues to market your group program: social media, your list. Number 1 way to market your group program will always be your email list, because as I mentioned before, that's direct contact to that person, right? Unlike social media, like you can post on social media, but like I said, 2% of people might see that. So email is the best direct way. That's why we always emphasize growing your email list. Social media is a great way to promote it too. You know, promoting your group program on social media and on your blog will help you reach more people. So while email is best, you'll kind of want to incorporate more avenues of marketing, so you kind of get like a 360-degree approach. You get different touch points. Tiana's asking, is there a way to substitute local ingredients in That Clean Life recipes? So yes, you can modify any of our recipes. Tiana, if you're currently a member of That Clean Life, just shoot us an email to support@thatcleanlife.com. We can send you a little video tutorial on how to modify recipes. Next question is from Louise. Are you able to save your brief notes, or do we have to copy and paste from a Word doc? That's a great question, and that's a cool feature. So right now you can't save your briefs. I usually type mine up in a Word doc and then copy and paste it into the brief section, but I like that idea, Louise, so I'm going to share that with the team. Next question is from Sarah. Sarah's curious about the legality of using other people's recipes without giving credit to the creator. Does That Clean Life get recipe submissions donated to the database? So no, all of our That Clean Life recipes are original recipes developed in-house by our paid recipe developers. If you import recipes into your personal recipe box by other authors, there's a notes section where you can give them credit. And if you're selling a meal plan or selling these recipes, you'll definitely want to check with that author to make sure that it's okay with them. Usually big bloggers will have terms of service on their website where you can double check with this stuff, or just send them an email. Say, hey, I'd love to, I'm creating a group program and would love to use your recipe. Do you mind? Ellen is asking, how many recipes are in the database and is keto included? We're approaching 1,000 recipes. I think we have 960 something recipes right now. And then we add about 9 new recipes every week. And we do have keto options, and we have a keto filter that allows you to search for the recipes based on keto. Can we add our own recipes and photos? Yes, absolutely. You can input your own recipes. You can upload your own photos, and we'll even calculate the nutrition information for you when you do that, which is super cool. Okay, guys, so I see the chat box still going up. If you have any questions you want me to answer, type those into the Q&A box. Elizabeth is asking, do you typically create your meal plans based on serving a single person? Totally up to you. This kind of depends on the participants of your group program. So you're going to want to do a bit of research before you launch into creating the program, and you're going to want to ask them, like, how many people do you guys want these meal plans to serve? When I asked this question back in the day when we were running group programs, a lot of people said, I want the meal plan to serve two, because they were either living with a partner or they were living alone and they wanted it to serve, you know, have leftovers so that they could freeze stuff. So ask your community what they prefer. They'll really appreciate that. And then you can design the meal plan to serve the right number of people so that the servings are right and so that the grocery list is right. With this being said, you can't always please everybody. The point of a group program is that you create one meal plan and kind of it's a one-size-fits-all approach. For anybody who's like in a family and needs like really advanced meal planning, you're going to want to push those people into your one-on-one customized meal planning service so you can really craft them a meal plan that will be suited specifically to their needs. For group programs, you're not going to want to be able to customize meal plans on a per person basis. It's a one-size-fits-all approach. Okay, guys, we got a few more minutes here. Oh, I lost my place. Heather is asking, can you edit the recipes that are already created? And can you reword the name of the recipes? Yes, you can edit any of our recipes. You can change the title. You can change the directions. You can change the ingredients. You have full control over that. So hopefully that's helpful, Heather. Catherine is asking, any recommendations for programs to create email lists? Personally, we use MailChimp. What do you guys use? Maybe share with Catherine what you guys are building your email list on in the chat. Maybe some of you guys are using ConvertKit. I see Maya's using MailChimp. MailChimp. Okay, so we got a lot of MailChimp users. I know that ConvertKit is a really popular one for our members too. Okay, so next question is from Jen. How big of an email list would you suggest before launching the group program? I don't think you even necessarily need to have an email list to launch a group program. Do not let that stop you. It's not a prerequisite. It's going to help you, but any size mailing list, even if you don't have a mailing list, you can still launch a group program. Next question is from Angela asking, what do we use for our surveys? We use Typeform. So I think it's just typeform.com. Just Google Typeform. It creates really beautiful surveys. Charlie's asking, do you recommend setting up a lead pages for lead magnet and then one for the group program? I unfortunately know zero about lead pages. Sorry about that, Charlie. So I can't really answer that question. Katrina is asking, would you charge the same amount the next time for the same program? Totally up to you. The good thing about owning your own business and setting your prices is that you can change them anytime you want. Perhaps you run your first group program and you feel, holy smokes, that took a lot more time and energy than I thought. I need to raise the price so that I'm getting a return on my own personal investment. If that's the case, you can totally increase the price of the program. I would never decrease it. I would just work on adding more value. So that's my best advice on the next time you run it. Okay. Okay, so next question is, how long does it take to, oh, that's somebody else, I just lost that. How long does it take to plan and market the program from start to finish? Depends. It depends on how long your group program is, what it involves, like what you're including in it. Like if it's a 6-week program, it's going to take you a lot longer than a 2 or 3 week program. So I can't answer that confidently because it depends on just so many factors and what you're including in your group program. Okay. Sarah is asking, this is a really great question. My biggest issue is having the confidence to market myself and my content. Do you have any advice on getting out of your head and showing people just how awesome your programs are? Sarah, this is common. A lot of people struggle with this, and it kind of comes with time. Putting yourself out there is hard, guys. Like, especially in the entrepreneur world, in the nutrition space where it's really crowded, it can be really hard. It's a mindset thing. Like I said, when I was encouraging you to get into the selling mindset, it takes some time and it takes some consistent effort in building up that confidence. You just need to continuously put yourself out there and push yourself outside of your comfort zone. Like, I remember a day when webinars terrified me. I had run a webinar on my to-do list for probably a year before I got up the guts to do it. And now I do them multiple times a week, and it's no big deal. So it's all about pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone and just, taking that leap and really doing those things that kind of scare you, because at the end of the day, when you do things that scare you, it always ends up moving you forward. You just got to do it. Okay, guys, I'm going to answer just a couple more questions. Okay, so Christina's asking, if I pay monthly, what's the cost to upgrade to the yearly membership? If you're paying monthly and you want to upgrade to yearly to take advantage of the bonus offer, go into your account settings and there will be an upgrade button and it will tell you all the upgrade fees. And then last question I'm going to answer today, guys, is from Elizabeth, and she's asking, is there a difference between a yearly business member versus monthly other than the payment structure? So yes, with our yearly business membership, you end up saving money. So it's $120 cheaper for the year than it is if you were to pay month to month. And then with our business yearly membership, we also offer ongoing bonus offers throughout the year that you always get access to. So for example, we just released our newest bonus offer, which is the ultimate guide to growing your business, and the 3-week group program planning mastermind, which is only available to business yearly. So when you guys invest in that Clean Life for Business for the long term, we invest in you guys. So there's always perks in being a business yearly member as well. Okay, guys, we are out of time for today. I hope you found this helpful. Thanks for sticking around till the end. If you have any more questions, feel free to email us at support@thatcleanlife.com. We're always here to help you. We're always here to support you. Your success is our #1 priority. If we can do anything to help you guys get your group program up and running, just let us know. So next steps, if you're not signed up for That Clean Life for Business Yearly, get signed up. That Clean Life, it's on the screen right now, thatcleanlife.com/pricing. We'll send you a replay. We're going to send you an email then on Saturday, November 17th to get you all signed up for that bonus offer. You have to be a business yearly member to claim that offer. So again, guys, thank you so much for your time today. We've gone over a lot. The bonus offer is available for the next 48 hours, and this deadline will absolutely not be extended. So sign up for that right away. So we'll end it here, guys. Thanks again to all of you for being here with us today. We really appreciate your time and your enthusiasm today. Thanks for coming out, and we hope to see you guys all inside of That Clean Life for Business real soon. Bye, everybody.